Hello, hello, hello. It's been a minute since I've been doing a recording for Building Legacy, which is the Legacy 71 blog. And I've taken some time out, basically, because I wanted to get things right. And I just wanted to take this uh, time out on this video to explain my process and some of the plans that I have going forward. So, obviously, since our last conversation, as you know, I brought on board an executive team, got Emma and Gary, and they've really been helping me to shape the direction and the vision and the strategy for the actual company. One of the main things that we were focusing on was the fundraise, and even though a lot of energy and effort was being placed into making sure that was right, there were also other parts of the business that were needed to get right before we started rolling forward. So there are a couple of things that I'm really excited about over the next year that we want to do. So obviously, first and foremost, we want to be able to get this fund up and running. We wanted to be able to really delve into the three pillars that we think will help to drive our company forward. So that's the community bit, making sure that we have a membership-based community where we can support founders and, not only founders, but funders who want to be part of this ecosystem and friends, so who are the marketeers, who are the people who are working in this space who want to support the founders as they're building their business. The second one is around courses. And again, we are working on developing the framework around online courses and live masterclasses and all those events that will actually pull us together as a community to really build world-changing companies. And then the last one's around capital. Obviously, we're having a specific fundraise so that we can work with a number of companies each year to support them both financially, but also to be able to help them if they want to outside of the limitation of the funds we have, but help them to be able to work with other angels and VCs and VC investors. And so, in the time that I've been away, I've been networking and speaking to a lot of incredible people within the ecosystem, not just in London, but outside, in Birmingham, Manchester, Bristol, and Nottingham. And the idea is that we really want to take this service for Black tech founders to another level in the UK and do something that's going to really just like be seismic. It's going to not just going to be a little kind of dibby dibby thing, but it's going to shake things up. And so I want to get back into this habit of recording weekly and talking about not just the building of the actual company, but our mindset and around developing specific companies. For example, one of the things that I know a good friend of mine, Andy Iam, we are always talking about is making sure that we really encourage businesses to be customer funded. Yes, there's some real fun in being able to go and get investors to put some money in you, and then obviously being when I say in you, into your business, and then obviously being able to build from there. But I think there's so much more to it. And I think of my own journey and the work that I've given alongside a lot of businesses, where there are simple things like what you're doing around the leadership of your team and making sure that you are looking after your well-being, around product, around customers, around financial modeling and planning, around sales and marketing. So many people just do not put enough energy into sales and marketing. And I'm not just talking about going onto social media and doing a couple of posts and hoping that people will be engaged, but I'm talking about a full-scale marketing plan and strategy to build into that specific niche or market that you want to work into. And also, there's that whole idea of bringing people together for these live events, hackathons, and so many things that exist in the wider ecosystem, but often many Black founders of African and Caribbean origin in the UK tend to miss out on these things. And in the space of time that I've not been recording as well, I've been able to sit down and offer some time to a number of entrepreneurs in this space in our target market who have been looking to develop their product better and wanted feedback on what it is that they were doing, around how they were positioning it, who was their niche, what was the financial modeling. And I know this is a former accountant. I can't stress enough how important it is that we have a handle on the money. And it has been really exciting. So now we're moving things forward. We're going to be developing a roadmap within the next couple of weeks. We're looking to have the website back up. And I'm going to be starting the emailing list from the coming week, from the next week, from Sunday. So really excited about it. And again, for me, I want it to not only be about the journey, but I want to be able to share some really powerful stuff about how we build businesses in the tech space. It's so important to get caught up in the product and in the design and in the technology that's involved in it. But I think there's so much more to it. And part of this journey in building legacy is being able to document that quite fairly. Personally, a couple of times, especially like over the in August and at the beginning of this month in September. I took some time out, had to shut down, had to really reframe, had to really think about where it is that I wanted this organization to go. And even right now, I'm having my team really challenge me on how seismic and how earth shattering our vision statement has to be. I've got one, but I still need to go even bigger. What happens when essentially, this generation moves on? What is the message or the impact that legacy is going to have? Is it going to be like a Ford or a Motown or a Tesla or an Apple? Is it going to be one of those organizations that absolutely makes a huge difference to the people that it's going to impact? And that's my dream, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to dream small, I want to dream big. And just really excited. Just thought I'd give an update as to where we are, and really looking forward to taking what we do as a team to the next level. It's been a while. I honestly recognize that, but I would rather take my time and get it right than rush it and get it wrong. So thank you for being patient, and look forward to a lot more of these weekly updates on what's happening at Legacy 71. Thank you very much for listening, and stay in tune. Please, at the bottom, I'm going to put an email list that I want you to be able to subscribe to, because this is where all the other updates, including not just the weekly podcast that I'm going to do, but articles and features that I think will be really exciting about the landscape here in the UK. So please sign up and subscribe down the bottom as well, and share with as many people as possible. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you next time.